TBT Season 4. I've lost track of what episode number we're on. I'm going to have to go back and check that. But today is a very special Coincast special with the Coin Collector magazine up in the magazine review section.
Have you got a name for this episode yet?
No.
Can it be either the wallpaper goes or I do?
Yes. All right, I'll do that. Coin Collector magazine. Oh, it's the bloody Twitter keeps breaking the link for the Twitch by spell checking it. It shouldn't spell check links because it breaks them. Fucking thing. Right. There. Okay. Gotta share that to the Discord. And then let's get going. Good afternoon, Get Station. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me here on this Coincast special of TPT. I've even made a new logo for it.
No coins.
Today there will be coins. Yes, thank you for that, Mark Kenosis. I don't know why that the Twitter app has started to try and break that link. Coins all over the place. And in a move that is almost
give me convenience or give me death.
Give me convenience or give me death is good. In a move that is almost custom designed to cause issues for my Irish person in the room, it's Cromwell on the front cover.
What the fuck?
Yeah, look, Cromwell's Commonwealth of England.
Jesus.
Well-known, popular man in Ireland, Oliver Cromwell. Okay, I've broken out the plaid. Coins. Thank you, White247. It's good. People are just. I had it done last week, and people have been rolling in recently, and every day I've had a nice compliment, apart from the first day. Coins! Yes! SK is here for coins. Industrial Pet says, oh my god, coins. Guybrush Tweetwood, coins. Mark Kenosis, Oliver Cromwell fucked it there, mate. Yeah, Oliver Cromwell fucked it there, mate. Good. Right, okay. It's Coin Collector magazine. Let's get into this. Right, so on the front page, we are promised the Bowie coin goes to space and back. The exclusive history of Royal Mint in pictures. Cromwell's Commonwealth of England, discover the coins. COVID and collecting, how the UK's numismatists face the challenges of 2020. Presumably they don't go out much anyway. In-depth coin collecting guides on the coins of the Gallic Empire in detail, and a history of Britannia on coins. You will also get expert insight into Swedish plate money, a new series on world-famous gold coins, and your guide to school attendance tokens. Yeah, the Bowie coin looks hideous, and the image of Bowie doesn't look like him at all. Right, so inside, Matt Hill, the editor, says, how often do you reflect on the history in your coin collection? Almost never, Matt. But, you know, I best change that. There we go. So, let's... Obviously, various ads for coins. We can't go through all the coin ads in this one, because there are just too many. The Elizabeth I Crown Gold Pound, one of the finest known, is up for auction. They've got ads for an Oliver Cromwell 1658 shilling was sold for £2,800. Another auctioneers of coins. Unique pearl black proof of finish Cuprol nickel diamond finish 50p. Celebrate the 108th anniversary of the penny black stamp with the world's very first pearl black 50p coin. Goth. How much do I think you could get for an Israeli lira? Probably not much. Right, David Bowie coin sent into space. I'll give you a close-up of the Bowie coin. There we go. Really hideous. That black coin does look cool. That's sort of as goth as possible. A coin sold for 5 cents goes on to fetch $43,000. A San Francisco collector who sold his large coin collection to a dealer for around 5 cents per coin has been told that one of the pieces in his collection was worth an estimated $40,000, with the honest dealer returning the rarity to its owner. Well, that's a nice coin-based story, isn't it? Banknotes, an ad for banknotes that you can collect. Hang on, I was promised just coins. What is this shit? Now, goth Bowie coin based around the hunger. That would be good. Yep. Guybrush tweet good. Do not be lured by the black coin. This is how they get you. Resist the black coin. Change Checker Award winners revealed. The results of the Change Checker Awards have been announced, celebrating the very best people in the world of change collecting, many of whom have had incredible coin-related stories to share. Coin Design of the Year went to a Team GB 50p. There it is. And Change Checker of the Year went to Ben Osborne, known as Ben the Coin Collector to his friends, who don't come up with very inventive nicknames.
If you go to another school, you wouldn't know them.
Runner-up Anne Weaver, no nickname for her, went above and beyond in helping others to complete their collections this year. She has exchanged money for commemorative coins for those who've been unable to visit the banks themselves. And Junior Change Checker of the Year goes to Emily Jackson, who's been collecting coins for 2 years and has successfully filled 4 Change Checker albums with her impressive collections. Runner-up is Michael Clough, who has become an avid coin collector who swaps on the Change Checker community group and loves hunting through bags of coins for coins he can add to his collection. His friends who are just out of shot, exactly, SK. Mercutio UK, this is the best £5 I've ever spent. Yes, thank you to Mercutio UK who donated specifically for the purchase of this Coin Collector magazine. Change Checker community does sound quite sweet. It does. The winner of the 2020 Coin Story of the Year award goes to George Nixon of This Is Money for his article on the 2020 Winnie the Pooh series. Speaking to Change Checker, George said, when I was just a small boy, I, like many kids, was in love with the 100 Acre Wood and the stories of Winnie the Pooh. It's fitting, especially lovely, to have won this award for this particular story. Alexander Siddons of Change Checker added, a big thank you once again to All About Coins for supporting us this year. And of course, a huge congratulations to all our winners. Bless them. I love it. Yeah, I love the earnestness. I do genuinely love the earnestness of this. A Barber dime, an 1894 S Barber dime, one of the great rarities of US numismatics. Just 24 were struck at the San Francisco Mint. Well, someone found one of those and it sold for $1 million. Latest coin sales from around the world. A gold Ides of March coin was recently sold in an auction house for $2.7 million. The world record price paid for a Roman coin. I mean, that's actually quite interesting. A 1934 George V AR wreath crown recently reached £3,500 at Davison's in the US. The rarest piece in the series, the coin was in extremely good, extremely fine condition. I love all the narrowness of that. Coins. British coins bought on latest internet auctions. A French Louis XIII coin went for £1,513. Various banknotes. Not interested in the banknotes. Only coins. Only coins. Numismatic events around the world have had to be cancelled, postponed, or moved online. But as US coins expert Jeff Garrett explains, the coin market is proving to be very resilient, and the future could be brighter than ever. Here's Jeff, who looks pretty much like what you would expect a US coin expert would look like. Guybrush tweeted, it's absolutely going to be the start of getting Mick to review ever more obscure and specific collector magazines. Big coin Jeff, there he is. we could Euro party postponed. There were few celebrations or reason to be cheerful in 2020, but numismatists on the continent will have given a nod to the 18th birthday of Europe's single currency. I mean, that's a stretch, isn't it? Yes, fuck the banknotes. Ephemeral flimflammery. Only coins. We have a very strong policy here. The Royal Mint in pictures, windows on the past. Just pictures of various men with excellent mustaches staring at coins. That goes on, I shit you not, for about 15 pages. Golden Greats. In the first of a new series of focusing on the gold coins of Europe, Sebastian Wiśkowski provides an introduction to these desirable and historically intriguing pieces, beginning with a relic from Belgium's dark colonial past. I don't want the cursed Belgian coin. Like, it just, this, you know, fiat currency only, exactly. Just looked it up. Sadly, Pensions World closed in 2017, so we can't send Mick back to his roots. Yeah, I know. Where I started out my professional career, it closed because they took it online. Red tick seeds. Someone had to go in the ground to get that metal. Trees are just everywhere. Why make money from trees? Yeah, Belgium's dark colonial past. The coin is from 1997. Coins and currency under the Commonwealth of England. Here is a picture we can only presume is of a Cromwellian numismatist having his head cut off for hoarding coins with the Queen on them, the King on them. Very, like, the trouble with these pictures of coins, right, is they just become grey circles here. I'll try and, you can see them a bit better there. There you go. Those of you who need the coin money shot. Rendolent Thought says, if you're going to be a coin expert, better carry a big stash. I figure you can become a coin expert in the time it takes to grow one. Might get into coin clipping. Any news on Andrew's nonce coin, says Guybrush Threepwood. Picture of Richard Cromwell looking, you know. What's that?
Which Cromwell?
Richard Cromwell.
Oliver Cromwell?
No, Richard Cromwell.
Who he?
Was that his son?
Dunno.
I think it was because he succeeded him. Yeah, Richard Cromwell lacked military experience and supporters. Moreover, he inherited a state blighted by financial problems. That's the part the numismatists care about. Bob Long's bravery, one of the great pleasures of medal collecting. Hang on. This is Coin Collector magazine, and a medal is not a coin. Dick Crom, as the cool coin kids call him. Yeah, one of the great pleasures of medal collecting. This is gone off piece for me, but anyway, is the joy of the unexpected, writes Will Bennett of the Orders and Medals Research Society, as he tells the tale of Bob Long and his life-saving medal. What happened? The life-saving medal of the Order of St. John, named to Long when it was offered to me. Information with the medal said he was serving with the Royal Wiltshire Yeomanry, in which I am interested. Further research revealed that Long won his award for bravery when the Yeomanry was preparing for the visit of Prince of Wales, later Edward VII, to celebrate the regiment's centenary in Wiltshire in 1893. As it returned from drilling, the band struck up as it reached the main road. The music startled two horses drawing a passing carriage, and they veered round, throwing the coachman into the road. The animals then bolted, with the passenger, a Mrs. Wynell Mayow, and a footman still aboard, frightened and helpless. Trooper Bob Long chased the runaway carriage for 3/4 of a mile, and finally jumped from his horse to grab the harness, and after being dragged some distance, brought it to a halt. When the prince arrived for the celebrations the following day, he was told about Long's bravery, and Long got the medal. There you go. I got some medals on my desk. These are my great-grandfather's medals from the Second World War. But
they're not coins.
They're not coins. They're not coins. So, there you go. Perfectly crushed beer can, coin. Tractor wheels, coins. All I have is this £120 coin. You can't just call anything round and metal a coin, or maybe we can. Yeah, Industrial Pet, exactly. This coin mag is going to lose points for medals and banknotes. Focus. That's what I expect here. You promised me coins. I want coins across the board. Build your knowledge, build your collection. Someone clever once said knowledge is power. And coin collecting is the perfect example. Our wonderful hobby continually challenges us. As we discover coins, we continue to learn. When Coin Collector drops through your letterbox, you're treated to a friendly guide full of knowledge and know-how, news and views. You can subscribe to Coin Collector for just £13 a year. What do you get with it? That's it. You just get Coin Collector. There's no free gift. There's no special Coin Collector coin. They're missing a trick there. You could also try the free digital edition of Coin Collector magazine. Swedish plate money. Dr. Richard Kelleher of the Department of Coins and Metals at the Fitzwilliam Museum, Cambridge, looks at an extraordinary example of real coined money which grew to a remarkable size and prompted the printing of Europe's first paper money. So what happened here? Sweden was Europe's foremost copper producer thanks to a productive mine at Fallon where seams of copper have been exploited for 1,000 years. As early as the 1620s, the shortage of silver coins was recognised as being a serious impediment to trade. One solution which would have beneficial effects was to mint an extensive copper coinage. Not only would this ease the limited circulating medium, it would also restrict and control the copper supply. Restricting the level of copper exports allowed the crown to monopolise its supply and thus its price on the international metal exchanges in Amsterdam. Another solution recommended in 1644 was to mint copper plate mint, large copper plate money valued in silver dollars. The piece illustrated here is one of the examples. They come in a variety of denominations and can weigh as much as 20 kilograms. Hold on, I've just got to get my mule to drag over my Swedish plate money. Elsewhere, right, moving on. Numismatics in lockdown. In this focus provided by the Money and Medals Network based at the British Museum, we look at some of the challenges faced by numismatists during the pandemic. Henry Flynn of the British Museum says he has been keeping the Money and Medals Network going from home using his laptop. Exciting news there. Redolent thought, this is easily the best coin stream I can expect to find on Twitch at 5:13 in the morning. Cheers. It will soon be a magazine, newspaper stream, but at the moment, coins. Irish tweet good. Imagine getting wallet inspected when you've got a shitload of plate currency. Yeah, just fucking slap them with it. The Gallic Empire Part 1. Posthumous and the creation of the Gallic Empire. So there's some hot Gallic coins to savour. More Gallic coins, a lot of Gallic coins there. Love to learn about the Gallic Empire. There's some Pope coins in here. The portraiture is distinctive and perhaps appropriately shows a tired looking, rather down in the mouth emperor. The reverse types almost always allude to the army, advertising various qualities of the equites, the cavalry which he led. Emphasis is placed, among other virtues, on their courage, their concord, and their fidelity. Sad news here. Prince Philip coin is on its way, by the way. Corpse coin. More banknotes. More banknotes. See, this whole spread belongs in Banknote Collector magazine. Come on. An A to Z of banknotes of the world. This month, Denmark. Banknotes expert Jonathan Calloway continues his travels around the globe, stopping off in Denmark to examine the Nordic country's paper currency and how it has developed over the years. Basically, they got a colour printer. Is that. And let's see one here. What is this one? This one shows a kind of like centaur soldier man. Big fan of that. And a lady with a big hat. So, who's the lady with the big hat? A delightful Karen Blixen 50 kroner note. Their current currency has bridges on it. Yodi Stomp Pump. I think I'll have to find it, but I own a £50 Sudanese really lovely banknote. Red Tixie. Exactly, Red Tixie. You don't see chocolate banknotes, do you? Oh, you can get those chocolate euro notes. They're not good. Selling your coins and banknotes? Warwick and Warwick want to hear from you.
Have you got to the classifieds?
Not yet. School attendance medals explained. More medals. I was told that they would be tokens, school attendance tokens, which are sort of almost a coin, but come on. There are many things we take for granted, writes Mike Roberts, as he guides us through another token topic. One is that every day during term time, all children will attend school until they're 16 years old. It was not ever thus. So basically, now you get mentioned in the school newsletter, then token. Token. Basically, a school challenge coin. This one here, awarded to B. Benton for 3 years perfect and punctual attendance at school. Awarded for regular and punctual attendance. Basically, back then, you could be a troop just by being a school child. Get yourself a school attendance medal. The Birth of Britannia. In the first of a comprehensive guide to coins featuring Britannia, Lawrence Chard, director and expert numismatist at Chard's, so good they put his name on the company, describes the origins of the allegorical figure and how the symbol returned to coins 1,000 years later. So here's some really old Britannia coins. Just coins. Just more coins. Coins with Britannia on them. Yeah, hold on. I thought it was only millennials who got participation trophies growing up. Well, there you go. Rendell thought you should find and clip that old Coinberg flash bit from the old late 90s, early noughties as an intro or intermission. Classic early internet culture shit, right up there with all our base belong to us. I will look that up. And in what can only be seen as corruption at Coin Collector magazine, the article by Lawrence Chard is rapidly followed by an advert for Chard's coin and bullion dealer. Suspicious. What they're trying to sell you, the 2021 pandas are here. Panda coins are popular with collectors as the reverse design changes each year. The 2021 coin features a mother and baby panda on a tree branch. You can also get the 2021 1-ounce Britannia silver and gold coins. Yours for £25 for the silver or $1.5 grand for the gold coin. And there's a Winnie the Pooh 50p coin which will set you back 64 quid. Corruption in Coin Collector. We break the big stories on this stream. And finally, a year in coins with Change Checker. They've just looked at the various different 50p's that are coming out. There's the Brexit one, no thank you, an Elton John one, a Peter Rabbit one, a Music Legends £5 series featuring Queen, Elton John, David Bowie, Dinosauria 50p collection, a load of 50p's with dinosaurs on them, the Winnie Pooh 50p, and a Diversity 50p that says Diversity Built Britain, which is good going for a dance group that I only became aware of when they appeared on Britain's Got Talent. Yeah, analog coins. All analog coins. Actually, yeah, exactly, Mark Gnosis. Actually, it's about ethics in coin journalism. In the back here, we've got various new coins from different countries. Australia's got one dedicated to firefighters and one a 60 years of supercars one, which just feels the most Australian thing going. Canada's got a grizzly bear and a VE Day anniversary coin. France has got a coin dedicated to Jacques Chirac and medical research. Germany goes with subpolar zone and the Warsaw genuflection 50 years anniversary coin. Gibraltar has got a guess how much I love you coin to the moon and back with a rabbit on it for some reason. Luxembourg's got Prince Henri of Orange Nassau 200 years celebration coin. There's a Star Wars Death Star coin. I mean, look, I gotta admit, that's pretty cool. There's a James Bond GoldenEye 25th anniversary coin in Tuvalu, and they also have a Homer Simpson 2021 2-ounce silver-proof high-relief coin. So get yourself to Tuvalu for a Homer Simpson coin. And the US has got a Massachusetts American Innovation coin. The big coin ad is the official United Kingdom Brexit 50p, yours for £4.50. And on the back page, we're nearly at the classified, which is the part the person in the room is interested in. In the Scarcity Index, it's a way for you to see how scarce your coins are. In the 50p Scarcity Index, previously the football 50p had held second spot behind the most sought-after 50p in circulation, the Kew Gardens. But we saw it drop last quarter, and this index is a similar story. The judo, triathlon, and wrestling 50ps have now all bumped the football 50p to 5th spot. The update sees a huge jump for Taekwondo, jumping up 11 places and landing it in our top 10. I love this. It's like, it's top of the pops for coin fuckers. Amazing. The competition, this month's competition in Coin Collector magazine, win a Coin Collector storage kit. It's a folder. And in the classifieds...
Only Celtic coins.
Celtic coins, the only dealer who deals only in Celtic coins. I encourage you to call Chris Rudd and ask him if he deals in any other kind of coins. Hi, Chris. I heard that you had some really nice Gallic coins. He'd be so mad. Who else? Shards again. More coin corruption here. Advertise here in Coin Collector magazine. Do you reckon that I could get an ad for the show in Coin Collector magazine? Because I think I could. And on the back page of Coin Collector magazine, just Jettons. In Germany, they were known as Reschempfennig. The Dutch called them Wortgeld. But to most collectors, they're just Jettons. Paula Hammond takes a first female byline, I think, in this, takes a look at the tantalizing tokens whose history is told in the very name they carry. Back in the days of the Roman Empire, bone or stone disc and a flat-lined exchequer board were used for bookkeeping. To make calculations, the counters, called calculi, were moved from column to column. No one knows exactly when the first metal counting counters appeared, but the earliest known example is dated 1190 and was probably commissioned by an Italian financier. Their popular name comes from the French jetta, to push, and these curious counters were used in exactly the same way as the Roman calculi. Italian city-states were at the heart of the medieval commercial world. It's easy to imagine that these hangovers from the old Rome gradually spread from there to France, England, and the Low Countries. The earliest known English jettons appeared in 1280. These carry the star and crescent of King Edward I and were probably made at the Tower of London. Examples from Holland and Belgium date from a similar period. Coins. Right. I wonder how many of readers of this magazine are dragons. 25 to 30% of this magazine are dragons. Mark Kenosis. I call the new fivers a Brexit fiver because they're small, worthless, and have Winston Churchill on them. Right, so there you go. That is Coin Collector magazine. For me, I think if I was a coin collector, 8 out of 10. And as just a passing person, 5. Possibly a 5 out of 10. Just on the basis there was actually some interesting stuff in there. Surprising. 10 out of 10 from Red Tick Seed. Coins. A 7 out of 10 from Mark Kenosis. Solid, but diluted with banknote medal content. Guybrush Tweetgood, 0 out of 10, did not respect the sanctity of the coin. Yeah, I am well into the idea of getting an advert in there to advertise the Golden Tonti. I reckon that's doable, and I reckon it wouldn't be that expensive either. Mark Kenosis, yeah, definitely passes and not my area of interest, but would maintain my attention on a train journey test. Industrial Pet gives it a 7 out of 10. Lost a point apiece for banknotes, medal, and participation trophies. Slinkermeyer, 5 out of 10. They lost points for notes and metal discs. I mean, yeah, you've got to have stand. I mean, if you're gonna say we are the Coin Collector magazine, that's what people are going to expect. Coins. Right, now we're moving on to a much more depressing area of interest, and that is the British press. 11 out of 10 mention killing British monarchs. And talking about British monarchs, here is Brenda. Right, so we're going to go... I do have the Telegraph here, but we're not bothering with that today. It's a pain in the arse to go through, and it's what you expect it is. Alison Pearson talking horse shit, minus 1,000. Right, so we're going to start with the Sun, move on to the Times, and end on the Daily Mail. So, starting with the Sun, front page of the Sun. Red Tick Seed bumps his score down to 9.5 out of 10 because of the banknotes. Slinkermeyer says the Queen looks like a haunted ventriloquist dummy. Guybrush tweet good. The Sun puns do me enormous psychic damage. Mark Kanosis, the Queen's cam girl era. Redolent thought, 2 out of 7. Stop using the base 10. Coins need to start going base 7 to carve out a greater niche. Love it. Right, so Sun front page. Lotto exclusive £148 million win. Jill's £40,000 furlough. A brazen Gillian Bayford claimed nearly £40,000 in furlough cash despite winning £148 million on the lottery. Gillian, 48, who drives a Bentley, took a handout for her £17 million property business. She declared, I'm not paying it back. Now, I'm torn here because I hate when the Sun does this kind of thing, but also this is a landlord and she can go fuck herself. The Queen story, Mom Cam, doesn't work. It's Mamas in Jam, isn't it? That's how you say it when you meet the Queen. You meant to say Mamas in Jam, not Mamas in Arm.
I say, what's up, bitch?
What up? Queen back at work on Zoom. Back at work. Fuck off. Main story, exclusive, joy for sun seekers, June Olay days. People might be able to go to Spain. That's the story. Back at work, she doesn't do anything. Ma'am, as in come, says Red Tick Seed. On page 3, that isn't page 3, but is page 3, model Miranda Kerr cools off while it's all systems glow on the cosmetics front. Imagine having to write this. The Aussie 38 splashed around in a floral bikini for a seaside shoot. She has also launched a turmeric glow moisturiser. Also on that page, Belittle Britain. Crimper sues over Vicky Pollard jibe. A hairdresser is suing her former boss for sexual discrimination after he compared her to Little Britain's Vicky Pollard. No. This happens all the time. They love to do this. This is not why she's suing. She is suing because he treated her badly when she got pregnant. That is sex discrimination. It's nothing to do with the Vicky Pollard thing. They always do this. They find a detail in a complaint and make it about that detail, but it's not about that detail. And also, why should this woman, 25-year-old, be subjected to a story in a national newspaper like this? There's no public interest defense for putting her under such prominent gaze. She is trying to avail herself of the employment tribunal system, as is her right, and the Sun is just putting her up for mockery for no reason. On page 2, Downing Street bigwigs fear axed aide Dominic Cummings will publish WhatsApp group text exposing chaos at the heart of Number 10's COVID battle. The headline they put on that is Nuclear Dom, but they've also been referring to the Sword of Damocles. Please, the puns. On pages 4 and 5, they're going on about how much they love the Duchess of Cambridge again. She's pictured with a sheep. The sheep is cool. She can fuck off. Beans in Your Bum says, nice light shade you've got there. Thank you. Appreciate that. Wolves and Kate is the headline there. Awful. Exclusive Lotto, Jill, shamed. National Rotary is the way they go up with that. It's not until pages 8 and 9 that they get around to talking about the horrendous crisis in India, which shows you how much they care about the actual news. On page 11, Kylie Minogue has worn a dress, so that's the story. EastEnders star Adam Woodyard is living in a motorhome after breaking up with his wife of 22 years, apparently. Okay. This woman pretends that her dogs do chores, so that's the whole story. The dogs look cool. They should be having a fun time running around and sleeping, not being made to look like they're doing cleaning by their clout desperate owner. Victoria Beckham and David Beckham apparently moving back to the UK. The headline for that: "We're Beck Home." Jane Moore is awful. And she's also perving over the 26-year-old doctor who's going into Love Island. Oh, yeah, sorry to tell you this, Red Tick Seed, but Prince Philip is dead. That bit must continue. Eeyore Weighs Moans is the headline on a story about a woman who has collected 127 Eeyore soft toys and insists on putting them on her bed. Her boyfriend says she refused to kick them out of bed, but I see the joy they bring her. First line in that story: Sky Stacy's Eeyore collection is a pain in the ass for boyfriend Matt Taylor. I mean, it's a classic tabloid story, but Jesus. Oh, not a big follows. Down with the big follows, man. As Bridgerton star Phoebe's romance with Comet gets serious, why all the girls go potty for Pete. And the bullet points they go with this: fireman father died a hero on 9/11. He's been to rehab to fight dope habit. And TV Joker has a string of hot exes. I mean, he's a talented guy as well. He's actually a comedian. On page 23, BBC and £3.7 million payout row. Cash test dummy. Show host volunteers for Smash, then sues for whiplash. The telly host who volunteered to be a crash test dummy is suing the BBC for £3.7 million after suffering whiplash. Jem Stansfield, 46, agreed to be strapped into a specially designed cart and catapulted into a fake lamppost to mimic the effects of an accident, a court heard. He admitted he was a little nervous beforehand, but added, "Tests make me confident I will walk away. What we don't know is how my body will behave." His head was shown jerking back and forward in the collision on BBC One science show Bang Goes the Theory in 2014. The aeronautics expert below claims the impact caused disabling whiplash, brain damage, psychological scars and dizziness. His chances of recovery are poor, London's High Court was told. Lawyers say the crash ended engineer Mr. Stansfield's stellar career and robbed him of earnings he claimed would be at the same level as Top Gear and Grand Tour host Jeremy Clarkson, James May and Richard Hammond. The BBC has agreed to pay out 2/3 of Mr. Stansfield's claim after a discount for his contributory negligence. The corporation disputes the impact and degree of his injuries and the payout figure. A damages trial will be held. Well, you know, they've just decided to say, yeah, I think it's they failed their duty of care. Agreed. Agreed. Moment cop sees Sith College gun suspect yet again. Sunday, the Sun treating that story with the sensitivity you would expect. April cools, bit chilly, it's not just you. Weather is not a story. Unless it's really extreme, it's not a story. Alex James writes what the correct way to eat a scone is. The correct way for him to eat a scone, in my view, is not in a newspaper and, you know, never in the public eye again. Youth tube win. Children's stream time overtakes traditional telly. I don't give a fuck about this. The Netflix, YouTube, it's all content, isn't it? It doesn't really matter the form they consume it from. Best man Harry held his perfect brother and inspirational Kate. Now their bond is broken, writes Ingrid Seward. Tomorrow in the Sun. 10 years of Will and Kate in pictures. Fuck off. Slinkermeyer, correct. Fuck off, cheese Tory. Mark Canosis, the correct way for Alex Jones to eat a scone is carelessly with his windpipe open. Jesus Christ. Tonight's picks, TV picks. Paul O'Grady for the love of dogs. Location, 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 location. The Great British Sewing Bee. Bent Coppers Crossing the Line, which is a documentary about real police corruption. Those are the recommendations. In Fab Daily, I've been cheated on twice. Trust me, it hurts men as much women. Right, Samantha Brick, who is writing for TV extra Luke King, who says there are double standards for men and women. This is because a woman wrote in Fab Daily last month that her affair was better than Botox. Probably cheaper. Finding love after lockdown. Weird picture of people kissing with masks on. Will and Kate. Yeah, vile. Right, £50 letter comes from Leslie Evans, who writes, "The suggestion Boris Johnson would rather bodies piled higher than enter another lockdown is utterly ludicrous. He has proceeded with caution in lifting lockdown, refusing to budge from his plan. This is in spite of us leading the way in terms of our excellent vaccine programme." No, the suggestion is he said it. Fucking hell. Who thinks being cheated on as a man is better? It's not, is it? Trying to sell you mattresses. Coins. The free decimalisation 50th anniversary coin. The farthing. Just 250,000 struck worldwide. That's a lot of coins. Anyway, free, but will cost you £2.50 postage, and they'll haunt you forever. Forever, ever. In the sport, Pull's eye. Christian arrows in a vital away goal. Christian Pulisic went down a storm in rain-lashed Madrid, firing Chelsea one step closer to a third Champions League final. Right, that was the Sun. Give me your scores for that. For me, it's a classic -69. The double negative nice. Okay, time for the rock. Can you pay the postage with old money? And if not, that might be a new political project to occupy Brexiters. Industrial Pet, it's a bad out of 10 for the Sun. Slinkermeyer also in with the negative, double negative nice. Guybrush tweet good, a Sun pun out of 10. And 0 out of many trillions by Red to Exceed. Right. In the roll call today, I am, of course, the Broken Bottle Boy. You can follow me on Twitter at Broken Bottle Boy. Also on TikTok at Useless Conquest. In the mod squad today, we have the ever excellent Guybrush Tweetgood and the fantastic SK the Crusader, who will be back on stream tomorrow, I imagine. If you don't follow him, you should. Also here today, another TT viewer, silent but deadly, Aiton, Carbot14XYZ, also a silent regular. Commander Root is here, Discord for Streamers is here, Ged Station is here, Grilling Pirate Pete, our friend in the US is here, Industrial Pet is here, Chronotherm is here, Mark Kenosis is here, always massively excellent contributor to the chat. Mercutio UK, official sponsor of today's Coincast is here. Red Tickseed is here, remaining shocked that Prince Philip is dead. Slingermeyer is here, always great in the chat, as is Studying Fango, who also does excellent streams. Cider Streams here, Torms, Teo writes, brilliant contributor to the chat, and just generally excellent. The Royal Flush is here, Virgo Pros is here, White247 is here, good to see you. Yodi Stomach Pump, a stalwart of the chat, and of course, the fishy fiend that is Yuan. Right, so we are moving on to the Times. Let's take a look at what horrors it has for us today. Once again, on the front cover of on the front page of the Times, we have the Queen looking like a haunted mannequin. At the top of the page, alfresco fashion, look cool without getting cold, and meet the Queen of no makeup. There's warmongering from the Australians, drums of war beating towards Australia as China tension grows. SK this Crusader is back on Thursday from 6 playing the Rome Total War remaster. Guybrush, breaking news. Old lady uses Zoom. Main story, 40 million people live in areas almost free from COVID. And 80,000 Wimbledon tickets will be sold online. Inside on page 3, it's Kate Middleton / Duchess of Cambridge hanging out with a sheep again. Apparently, Prince Andrew is angry because the Prince of Wales has taken his role as the patron of the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Prince Andrew lost the patronage after a Newsnight interview over links with his convicted paedophile friend Jeffrey Epstein. Rather than the fact that he was friends with Epstein, it was just that he did an embarrassing interview about it. Who thinks being cheated on as a man is better than being cheated on as a woman? Harry Cole. Correct, Mark Gnosis. Guybrush tweet good. The only Total War game I played was Medieval. It was going okay until everyone died of the plague and I never touched it again. I'm tempted to try that game, but as we know from my my failings with other games of that nature, I'll probably just end up super frustrated. Here is a person at Blenheim Palace with a life-size model of the pony that Winston Churchill used to ride when he was a child. The pony was called Rob Roy. Human bollards aim to curb use of 4x4s. A group of protesters have become human bollards to stop Chelsea tractors being driven illegally after a set of council traffic bollards have lain broken for 4 years. Public misled about who paid for PM's flat refurbishment. Of course, this story has been superseded today by the Electoral Commission saying that they are going to open an investigation, having been satisfied that there is enough evidence to suggest that there was a criminal offence or offences committed in the funding of the flat refurbishing. It's a picture of the increasingly sinister Tony Blair and his long hair. Labour ex-Chancellor rejected approach to join Downing Street Trust. They tried to get Alistair Darling on board as part of their scheme to justify the spending on the flat. Musk goads rival after winning NASA moon contract. Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, the world's two richest men, have a go at each other on Twitter. Blue Origin, the space rocket company founded by Bezos, filed a lengthy protest against NASA's decision to award £2.9 billion to Musk's SpaceX team to build the rocket that will return astronauts to the moon by 2024. In response, Musk tweeted that Bezos can't get it up, in brackets, to orbit, lol, and said that the businessman who will step down as chief executive of Amazon later this year should be more involved in Blue Origin. Oh, imagine they could build hundreds of wells in Africa, for instance. They could end global poverty, but instead they've turned rocket building into a dick measuring contest. Guybrush tweet good. I strongly encourage Musk to try out one of his own rockets. Yes. London Bridge terrorist spoke to Lee Rigby killer, reports David Brown. Right. Okay. Fears of new gang war after teenagers stabbed to death. Very racialized reporting as ever from the Times. 3-year-olds watch TikTok and YouTube videos on their tablets. Yeah, and? Bereaved relatives beat doctors with sticks at overwhelmed Delhi hospital. Again, look at the angles the Times chooses. I have to save her. Final words of young man who died in a river rescue. This is just tragic, and he just. I mean, what an amazing young man, and that was just horrific. Crucial evidence against 2 soldiers accused of murdering an IRA militant 50 years ago was never expected to be used against them in court, a detective has admitted. 2 paratroopers being tried for alleged murder of Joe McCann in 1972 were interviewed under caution by the Historical Inquiries Team, HET, in 2010. However, David Hart, an HET detective, told the trial yesterday that he had not collated his report because he did not think it would be used in criminal proceedings. Yeah, because they just expect these guys to not face any kind of questioning or justice. River rescue story is so sad. Heroism aside, just sounds like a lovely lad. He did. I just horrible. Girl footballers suffer more concussions but play on. Is the story. Girls who play football in their teens are at almost double the risk of suffering concussions compared with boys of the same age, according to research. The study looked at 40,000 high school girls and similar number of boys in Michigan, the northern US state, over 3 years from 2016 to 2019. Not only were girls more likely to suffer concussions, but they were less likely to be removed from play after a head injury and took longer to recover from injuries than boys. Could be any number of reasons for that. Some of them societal, I would expect. Sasha Swire, the diarist who wrote about the MP's wife diarist. I have that somewhere. I might actually do a comparison with the Alan. What's his name? Alan Duncan ones. Sasha Swire made her name last year when she published her catty diaries of life as wife of the former Tory minister Hugo Swire. Notice the use of the adjective there, catty, one that only ever gets put on a woman's diary, because I tell you, Alan Duncan's diaries are pretty catty. While it is easy to carp in print, Swire once considered putting her head above the parapet. She tells Rachel Johnson's Difficult Women podcast, Rachel Johnson there, continuing to get opportunities because her brother is Boris Johnson, in part, that in 2005, Swire tried to be an MP, powered by the motivation that I could do this much better than my husband. Swire reached a selection meeting in Cambridge, where she was up against both Stanley Johnson, Rachel's dad, and old-fashioned sexism. She recalls a silver fox asking who would cook Hugo's dinner if she were an MP, while a woman admitted she had voted against Swire because her suit was a bit tight. The place went to Stanley, the Lib Dems double the majority, and Swire went to sharpen her pen instead. Of course, the Times covers the Maya Forstater tribunal case as you would expect it would, describing it as Orwellian. Here's a really cool picture of black-necked grebe chicks hitching a ride with one of their parents. Vandalism claim fuels tensions over Cornish incomers. Revolution in Cornwall. Daniel Finkelstein writes, here's how we can help victims of injustice. At the root of recent miscarriages of justice is a creaking, underfunded system of reviews that badly needs to be fixed. Why are they underfunded? Why is the court system fucked? Why it's the Tory party's fault? You are a Tory peer. Roger Boys, the most unfortunately lamed of the Times columnists, says, Modi's posturing hides India's real death toll. And Alice Thompson writes a fucking just facile column that implies that Boris Johnson, A, has humble taste because she used to work with him at the Telegraph and knows so, and B, keeps using this quote that claims that Carrie Simons slagged off John Lewis, which is not the case. It's an anonymous quote from a Tatler article that was published in last month's issue by Anne McEvoy. If you want to know more about that story, go to brokenbottleboy.substack.com and read the latest edition of the newsletter, which covers how basically the British media is focusing on this trivial thing because it allows them to have pathetic kind of class conversations about whether John Lewis is tacky or whatever, rather than actually keeping the focus on the substantive details of corrupt practices or alleged corrupt practices. In the birthdays today, Penelope Cruz is 47, Jessica Alba is 40, Anita Anand is 49, James Baker, White House Chief of Staff to Reagan and George H.W. Bush, is 91, Mike Brearley, the cricketer for England until 1981, is 79, Professor Tim Congdon, economist, founder and chairman of the Institute of International Monetary Research, Coins, University of Buckingham, is 70. Grenville Davey, the sculpture and Turner Prize winner in 1992, is 60. Reverend Nicky Gumbel, developer of the Alpha Course, an introduction to the Christian faith, is 66. Nicola Lefanu, the composer, is 74. Andy Fowler, the Zimbabwean cricketer until 2002 and England cricket head coach until 2014, is 53. Lord A.J. Kakar, Professor of Surgery at the University College of London, is and Chairman of the UK Biobank Judicial Appointments Commission, is 57. Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, President of Zambia, is 97. He was President of Zambia until 1991, sorry. Vernon Kay, the TV presenter, is 47. Lauren Laverne, the TV DJ presenter and, former musician, is 43. Jay Leno is 71. Professor Sir Jim MacDonald, President of the Royal Academy of Engineering, Principal and Vice Chancellor of the University of Strathclyde, is 64. Sir John Majeski, co-founder of Auto Trader and former owner of Reading Football Club, is 80. Anne Margaret, the actress, is 80. Ian Rankin, happy birthday to him. The excellent Ian Rankin is 61. Very Reverend Professor Jane Shaw, the principal of Harris Manchester College, Oxford, and Pro-Vice-Chancellor of the University of Oxford, is 58. Lady Helen Taylor, the first cousin once removed of the Queen, not a job, is 57. Chris White, the Director, Institute for Industrial Strategy, King's College London, and Conservative MP for Warwick and Leamington until 2017, is 54. And Sir Bradley Wiggins, the cyclist, is 41.
And my friend Chris is 41. Today.
And the person in the room's friend Chris is 41. What does he do as a job?
He works in law.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. And my friend Claire's birthday's today as well.
Oh, good, like, main...
No, not
Other friend Claire.
Other friend Claire, National Grid Claire.
Okay, and person in the room's friend Claire, who works for the National Grid, is
I don't know where she is.
an indeterminate age today. There you go, that's all the birthdays. Guybrush Tweetwood says, happy birthday to person in the room's Chris. In the world news, Beijing drives a wedge between Five Eyes allies. Man shot by police was executed, say family. That's in the US. Family of a black man shot by police in North Carolina said he had been victim of a kill shot to the back of the head as they appeal for the full police body camera footage. Wow. It turns out that the Derek Chauvin conviction didn't change anything. Who knew? Who knew that would happen? Everyone. Guerrillas seize military outpost as anti-junta forces gain strength in Myanmar. Saudis destroy armed drone boat targeting Red Sea ships. Saudi Arabia claims to have destroyed an explosive laden drone boat that was poised to attack shipping in the Red Sea off its west coast. So you need to take a picture of that. I may want to follow up that story. Drivers fume at Renault's 112-mile-an-hour limit. French drivers will find it harder to indulge their love of speed after Renault took the decision to stop its cars going faster than 180 kilometers per hour, 112 miles per hour. King Wilhelm Alexander and his daughter Princess Katharina Amalia greet well-wishers in a bespoke beach car created by Dutch car maker DAF in 1967, the year he was born, during Koningsdag, a public holiday marking his birthday. It's a ludicrous clown car. Gonna need you to start specifying where it's guerrillas or gorillas. It was guerrillas as in guerrilla warfare, as opposed to gorillas enjoy a banana. Although maybe the gorillas, who knows? They could be gorillas. President Ortega of Nicaragua has given 8 of his 9 children jobs in his government. Sucks to be the 9th child. Presumably the 9th child is an actual child. No, just possibly doesn't like that one as much. In the Times too, how to shiver in style. Get an it blanket and layer up. Fuck off. Mark knows it's implying guerrilla warfare isn't a thing. Yeah, I'm sure gorillas fuck each other up sometimes. David Smith claims the recovery is gaining strength, but Brexit's still inflicting damage. No shit. This month's Times Book Club is with Robert Webb, who wants me to go on there and just insistently ask questions about the Bullseye interview appearance. I might do it. The movie business is a tough game for Hasbro. Closed cinemas and disrupted film and television productions knocked Hasbro off course, despite increased demand for Play-Doh and Nerf guns. The company completed its $2.9 billion takeover of Entertainment One, one of the world's largest independent film distributors, months before the onset of COVID-19, blamed the widespread shutdown of cinemas in the first quarter as total revenues rose by 1% to $1.11 billion, below analysts' expectations. Well, fuck the analysts. What the fuck is this? This is a double page spread thing here. Section 48 of the Planning Act 2008, Regulation 4 of the Infrastructure Planning Applications, Prescribed Forms and Procedure Regulation 2009. Notice publicising a proposed application for a development consent order to construct operate, maintain, and decommission 2 offshore wind farms known as the Sheringham Shoal Extension Project and the Dudgeon Extension Project. Dudgeon Extension Project.
Oh, Dudgeon sounded much more.
Much cool. What are they doing? All right. So they're going to make some wind farms, and they have to put a big thing in the paper saying they're doing it. White247, we already know he can crumble underneath the table during an interview. I'm wondering if he can fold back in on himself like an accordion when pushed further. Mark Gnosis, I want Robert Webb to describe exactly the process by which he thinks he would be forcibly transitioned if he was growing up today. Yeah. Good news, folks. Coins. World's first coin of 2017 has new significance, but fewer than 1 in every 6,000 households could own one. Yes, it's the coin that they're pushing again because Philip is dead. And it had Philip on it. Mark Kenosis, not going to lie, I'm a little burned out by coins today.
Tell me about it.
Worse! Wait till the day when I get the Philip coin. It's going to be a beautiful... I'm glad I made the logo now, actually, because I can use that on the Philip coin day. In the obituaries, Air Marshal Sir Roy Austin Smith, Spitfire pilot who played rugby for Harlequins, won a DFC during the Malayan Emergency, and held a series of key Cold War posts. He died, he was 96. Howard Weitzman, lawyer who was a master of soundbite in defense of the rich and famous, including Michael Jackson and John DeLorean. No client too scummy for him. Howard Weitzman, lawyer, was born on September the 21st, 1939, died of cancer April 7th, 2021. He was 81. And Myra Francis, a versatile actress of stage and screen who shared the first gay kiss on British television with Alison Steadman in 1974. Myra Francis, born April 13th, 1942, died of cancer March 30th, 2021, age 78. More legal notices. The Sizewell Project, notice of supplementary environmental information. Basically 2 notices about the Sizewell power plant. Protest ban shows elitist IOC is still out of touch with the modern world. Olympic great Edwin Moses talks to Rick Broadbent about podium messages and the sport's never-ending battle against doping. And on the back page, Top Flight's TV rights coup. New deal would guarantee extension of $1.5 billion a year contract with broadcasters. Clubs agree to let Lions loose. And Pep, you can't stop Neymar. Right. The more coins you throw, the stronger he becomes. The Olympic protest ban is bullshit. Agreed. Right, that was the Times. Give me your scores. For me, some okay animal stuff in there. Few coins. Minus 98. And finally, we come crashing into the Daily Mail. Mark Kenosis, love the little grebes, yeah. Slinkermeyer, I wish that story was about actual lions being let loose. Mark Kenosis, minus 98 for some good animals. And a minus 69 from Slinkermeyer. Right, here we go with the Daily Mail. Front page of the Daily Mail. From the paper leading the pack, the Daily Mail thinks that it's fighting corruption. It's not. It's just fighting the fact that it doesn't want Boris Johnson anymore because he ceased to be convenient, and it would like one of its more amiable... one of the candidates it prefers. I think the Daily Mail is going to end up supporting Priti Patel. Michael Gove will shit it when it comes to him trying to be Prime Minister again. He's not got the minerals. Main story, self-drive cars in UK this year. They're suggesting it might happen, but I don't think it will. It's proposals. I can't see it getting voted for. Inside, Kate's air shot. Duchess takes on William at golf and completely misses the ball. Who gives a fuck? Their coverage of the Tony Blair haircut story. Time for a Blair cut. And they compare him to William Hartnell, Christopher Lloyd, Sir Richard Branson, and Peter Stringfellow. Conspicuous by his absence, Jimmy Savile. Smut motorway signage shambles. Smart system couldn't warn drivers of multiple breakdowns as symbols looked like male genitals. Staff working on smart motorways were blocked from activating some signs over fear they resembled male genitals, a former worker has claimed. I mean, if your cock looks like that, you've got problems. Moving on, the Daily Mail's really going for Allegra Stratton now. Did Allegra Stratton mislead the press pack over refurb story? I'm sure she did. Boris faces rap over free Mustique Villa. Tories predict the PM will be rebuked after lengthy probe into a 2019 £15,000 break, which he did not properly declare. I don't think it should be legally acceptable for the Prime Minister to accept free holidays ever. But there you go. Fury of the MP who lost 3 relatives. They weren't bodies, they were my family. This is Afzal Khan. Labour MP has said that Boris Johnson was utterly despicable in his comment. Afzal Khan told the Commons, my mother and parents-in-law were not bodies, they were my family, my loved ones. Justifiably so. One jab hub spread of virus. It's a story covered in other papers. Okay, yeah, but he worked so hard during this pandemic. Who could deny him a wee holiday? Well, it was before the pandemic, and also fuck him. White 247 pretty is their id. I don't see her losing a leadership contest. She's so raw, feral Tory psyche. Yeah, the thing about Priti Patel is, A, the membership love her. B, the MPs would love to be able to say to Labour, not only have we had 3 female prime ministers, but we've had the first prime minister of colour. But also, yeah, she's a true lunatic, which is what they like. Sarah Vine is just despicable in every possible way. Can't even bother to deal with that. Arlene Foster is facing a vote of no confidence from the DUP because she's not hardline enough for them.
Jesus Christ.
The Daily Mail asks, with friends like these, sex pest banker, paedophile and tyrant son, why does the Duke of York keep such questionable company? Because he's a piece of shit himself, and he should be in an orange jumpsuit. SK the Crusader, Patel versus Sunak would be a fascinating contest where Sunak would get made to cry again. Sunak wouldn't win that one. Sunak wouldn't win that one because the membership, because he does okay with the media, but the membership find him a bit too smooth. Mark Kenosis, remembering Theresa May's kitten heels and dreading what kind of psychosexual horrors Priti Patel would induce in British newspapers. Oh yeah, and also note, whenever you see the Mail reference Priti Patel now, they've gone with the mononym. It's not Priti Patel anymore, it's Pretty. This isn't just any cookery show. M&S is co-funding an ITV series in return for product placement. I don't care about that. Whatever, fine. Starting this Saturday, the Daily Mail is doing a celebration of its brilliance. 125 years of Britain's best-selling newspaper. I feel like they're going to skip a certain black shirts headline, but let's see. 48-page souvenir in 6 stunning parts. I will be looking at that. They once again cover Robert De Niro's divorce. On this day, April 28th, 2021, let's look back into the archive. On this day in 1986, the Daily Mail wrote, the Duchess of Windsor's body was lying last night in St George's Chapel, Windsor, where her funeral will be held tomorrow. The country which refused to accept her as its queen 50 years ago sent a coffin of English oak to bring her to be buried beside the man she loved. She was a Nazi sympathiser. April 28th, and there's very good evidence that she had an affair with von Ribbentrop. April 28th, 1988. Whitney Houston's entrance into the NEC in Birmingham last night could have been that of a World Championship boxing contender. Sure enough, almost 2 hours later, a title was hers. She was confirmed champion of world pop. Since Whitney was unleashed 4 years ago, the loose-limbed, perfect-framed American model turned singer has marched unfalteringly to world domination. Her record sales outstrip even Madonna's. Happy birthday to Howard Donald, who's 53. Take That singer-songwriter met his wife, Katie Hallill, on the set of the Christmas M&S advert in 2008. On becoming a father again in middle age, he said, I've really struggled with it, and I would never advise anyone in their 50s to have young children. As well as his sons Bowie, 5, and Doggy Bear, 4, he has daughters aged 22 and 16 from previous relationships. Ian Rankin is 61, as we say, happy birthday to him. Also born on this date in 1908, Oskar Schindler, the German industrialist and Nazi intelligence officer, saved more than 1,200 Jews from the gas chambers by employing them in a munitions factory, bribing officials and forging ID papers. And also born on this day, but in 1926, Harper Lee, who died in 2016. US novelist, made her name with her first published work, To Kill a Mockingbird, which won the 1961 Pulitzer Prize. She didn't bring out another for 55 years until Go Set a Watchman, written before Mockingbird, was discovered. Victoria and David Beckham's daughter is named after Lee. David revealed To Kill a Mockingbird is Victoria's favourite book. On April 28th in 1923, Bolton beat West Ham to win the FA Cup in the new Wembley Stadium. And on this day in 2013, Scottish singer Emily Sandé broke a record held by the Beatles for 50 years when the debut album, Our Version of Events, stayed in the top 10 for a 63rd week. Quote of the day comes from Bertrand Russell, who said, "To be without some of the things you want is an indispensable part of happiness." And the joke of the day, what do you call a husband and wife fishing together? Rod and a net.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Harper Lee did broadly seem like a nice lady, and the basis for the character Scout was based on her childhood friend. What is his name? My childhood friend. Breakfast at Tiffany's. That lad. Who wrote that?
Capote?
Truman Capote. That her childhood friend.
This is going to be one of those things where you said, yes, please, I want a cup of tea.
No.
I thought it was a trick question.
No. It's like, no, Truman Capote. Scout's based on, Scout's friend is
I
based.
wanted to answer that deliberately because I thought you'd make me a cup of tea.
Her friend is based. Yeah. Anyway. What is this? Happy birthday, Howard Donald. He's not a bright lad, but he's done okay for himself and seems okay. Yeah. Mark Kenosis. I just wish Priti Patel would find a less socially destructive outfit for her sadistic urges, e.g. my head and torso. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Money mail is what you'd expect. Just hey, big spenders. Britons have saved 150 billion in lockdown and are ready to splurge. No. Jesus fucking Christ. I hate this shit. Most people didn't have savings. A huge number... no, I miss saying this. Truman Capote, character, kill a mockingbird. Sorry, yeah, I don't know why I said Scout because I was misspeaking. Dill Harris in To Kill a Mockingbird is based on Truman Capote because Scout is obviously based on Harper Lee and Dill, her friend, is based on the child Truman Capote. Yeah, anyway, back to this thing about 150 billion saved. 41% of people had not enough savings to cover them for a single week of being out of work. So the notion that these are excess savings is bullshit. And of course, we've got this person saying the pandemic helped me buy my first house. Hang on, let's see how she did it. Why? Oh yeah, here we go. First time buyer Helena Butcher, 24, credits lockdown with helping her save for her first home. Wait for it. She was living with family and saving money on rent, commuting costs and outgoings. It's the line. There's the line. Yeah, exactly. Say the line. In the adverts, they're still trying to sell you equity release. TV reviews Dream Kitchens and Bathrooms with Mark Miller got 2 stars. Makeup a Glamorous History got 4 stars. Tonight's recommendations: The Repair Shop, Paul O'Grady for the Love of Dogs, Bent Coppers Crossing the Line of Duty, and The Secret Lives of Slim People. Don't like that. Comrade Wolfie, lockdown helped me save my first home by killing my grandparents so I could inherit it. Yeah. Slinker Man, my giant pandemic overdraft debt begs to fucking differ. Yeah, I know. Mark Kenosis, I don't have savings. I have unused credit limit. Yeah. What are they trying to sell you here? It's not coins. It's an ugly watch. Just 9,999 editions of this Spirit of Concord watch are available. In the cartoons, Garfield is hanging out with the spider who says he's got a new girlfriend. Garfield says, "Oh yeah, cute," and the spider says, "Yeah, what can I say? I'm a leg man." In Chloe and Co., Chloe and a man are sat drinking and talking about relationships, and in Fred Bassett, a kid says, "What a funny looking dog. His ears are too long for his head, his legs are too short for his body," and Fred is not happy. Prison for 1,000 years for that kid. And nearing the end of today's show, we get to the letters. Tony Carmidi writes, "The results of this year's Oscars surprised me. There's not even a mention in the Best Actress category for Meghan Markle for her stunning performance in What Are Friends For, directed and choreographed by Oprah Winfrey. Fuck off." John Welton writes, "Has anyone else noticed the remarkable likeness between Dominic Cummings and Gollum in Lord of the Rings? Both equally trustworthy." Yeah, about thousands of people have. Vincent J. Grant says, "It might be my age, but I am becoming increasingly confused between Carrie Markle and Megan Simmons." Fuck off. John Liddell of Norfolk says, "Is it a coincidence that Highways England use a comedian to advertise smart motorways?" D. Dora of Kent says, "If long COVID can be taken seriously, why can't late-stage long Lyme disease?" I don't know, mate. Colin Nicholl says, "Now let's see the heads roll of those truly responsible for the post office scandal. Will it be another case of lessons will be learned?" Probably. Terry Coates says, "A climber went up Everest thinking it was the last place on Earth he'd contract COVID-19. Yeti still got it." Oh, fuck off. And Clive Jackson, finally, Clive Jackson says, "Let's secure the fourth plinth in Trafalgar Square for a statue of Prince Philip." Fuck off. Yeah, sorry to tell you, Comrade Wolfie, Dominic Cummings has been sacked. Protect Fred. Don't fuck with Fred. Agreed, everyone. Thank you for that. Protect all Basset Hounds. There used to be a Basset Hound that came to noise gigs, sometimes called Malibu. No, I hope it had good earplugs. Obviously, they're trying to get you to go on cruises, buy mattresses, buy socks, and a new coin. It's the Strength and Stay coin. 7 decades of devotion. Official coin featuring the Queen and Prince Philip, who is dead. On this new coin again. What's that? Philip's dead, yeah.
Shit.
Again, it's this one, they say £2, you get it free, but pay £2.50 in postage. They're getting you locked in. Don't do it. I bought the Philip coin because you guys encouraged me to, and now all I get is ads for coins. Knockanosis, no sale unless it features a hologram of them shagging. They're trying to get you to buy flowers, trying to get you to buy a new boiler. Janet Jackson is trying to get in on the crypto craze by selling NFTs. They're trying to sell you a cruise that features a classical concert with Catherine Jenkins, a performance by Lulu, an audience with Harry Redknapp, a celebration of the royal family, and a night of sweet soul music. Studying Fangirl is very pleased that you keep joining in with the bit.
Which bit?
The Prince Philip is dead.
Oh, okay. What, he's there?
He's dead. It's good because it could just, it's the bit all the way down. Who is that cruise for? I have no idea. What is the Venn diagram for those entertainments? Putting Daily Mail readers on a boat and then torpedoing it's probably the best idea. This is Comrade Wolfie. Agreed. And of course, in the sport, in with a great shout, advantage Chelsea as Pulisic not rocks Real. Sir Clive slams Eddie's conflict of interest in the rugby, and Sutton Fury as Taylor wriggles off hook in the PFA scandal. Pep Guardiola, of course, said, "Neymar keeps me awake at night." That is the Daily Mail for today. Minus 69, 69, 69, 69. A rare quadruple negative nice. Thank you for joining me today for the Coincast special. I have been your host, the Broken Bottle Boy, Mick Wright. You can follow me on Twitter at Broken Bottle Boy, or on TikTok, where I actually have done a media-related TikTok at Useless Conquests. If you enjoyed the show and you want to be the sponsor of a future magazine special, drop some money in the newspaper fund and tell me what magazine you want me to do. The weirder, the better. Coin Collector magazine did very well today, and thank you to Mercutio UK for that. Zoe brings bacon. You did miss the talk about the coins, but it will be available to rewatch when this show is done. Study and Fangirl should make a WhatsApp group for the letters people so they can send their useless bits to each other. Yeah. Comrade Wolfie, you missed the coins. Don't worry. Just rewatch later. Tara writes, rates the Daily Mail as minus however much it would cost to torpedo the cruise ship. Mark Kenosis says minus 98, like the Garfield spider joke, and I hope Fred is okay. A classic Jane Pickering 0 from Red Tick Seed. Guybrush Tweetgood says 7 decades of devotion out of 10, and Yuan gives it the 4 fishes fishy rag. And Slinkermeyer in with all the minus 69s. So yeah, as I say, thank you for joining me today. I will be back tomorrow. It will be another magazine special, as yet undetermined magazine for that. But no, actually, Friday's the next magazine special. Tomorrow will just be a normal paper day. Yeah, thanks. It's been a good show today. Thanks for all your contributions. You were hilarious as ever. Goodbye from me and the person in the room, and we will see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Bye-bye.